Hey, good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in again, folks. We've got Diddy news, Bieber story that overlaps Diddy and Liam Payne news. There's about 5 new Liam Payne stories out this afternoon here in the UK, and there's several on Diddy as well. And Tommy Scoville is going to be doing an exclusive on his channel today. And I urge people to go and check that out. I'm not going to say what it is right now, but he's giving us the goods as well, and we will be doing something after Tommy. So if you get a chance to go over to Tommy's channel, you know, please tell him that I sent you over there, because he has been so supportive of our channel since this Diddy story broke. All right, so the first story that's come out is that the personal trainer says Diddy passed him around like a party favor for celebrities to SA. He's claiming that he was put on substances, and this is in one of the latest lawsuits landing on Diddy's door. He's being known as John Doe in this situation, and it details how Combs and others allegedly used substances on him and repeatedly SA'd him at an awards show after party in Diddy's mansion on June 27, 2022. And harrowing content warning, folks, because we're going to get into some quotes from the lawsuit here. So, get the kids out of the room. All right, here we go. While in and out of consciousness, individuals at the party forced the plaintiff into carnal acts with both men and women. This is the words of Busby. His physical disposition made it impossible for him to reject their advances or otherwise control his body because of what they'd put him on. These individuals, including Combs, essentially passed plaintiff's drugged body around like a party favor for their carnal enjoyment. And we've always got to add that these are allegations and that Diddy, through his lawyers, is denying the allegations. The personal trainer out of California says he was introduced to Diddy through a fashion designer client who said she had shown the rapper his workout videos. Diddy was impressed by the training regime and wanted to meet the trainer in person, the lawsuit says. The unnamed fashion designer eventually invited the personal trainer to an exclusive awards show after party at Diddy's 61 million Hollywood Hills home, a move he hoped would help him mingle with the stars and advance his career. Diddy had won the Lifetime Achievement Award at the 2022 BET Awards at the Microsoft Theatre in LA that night, an accolade celebrating veteran artists who have made notable contributions to the music industry. He was pictured posing on the red carpet and made a lively speech dedicated to his mother, who was in the crowd, while thanking God several times over. Plaintiff recalls being picked up in a private car, a black Lincoln Navigator, on the night of the party. He was asked to sign an NDA as condition of entry. Wanting to meet Diddy and to promote his business among the celeb guests inside, the trainer agreed. He was not provided with a copy of the NDA. At this point, he was handed a tequila soda with cranberry juice mixer and instructed to drink it in order to access the party. Wow, so they got him. They got him from the get-go now, capitalizing on this person's hopes and dreams and ambitions. Eventually, a business associate of Diddy's guided the plaintiff from a larger room illuminated with red light into a smaller room. There, he observed approximately a dozen individuals, including several well known figures, engaging in group carnal activities. Wow, wonder when the name's going to come out. Once inside this smaller room, he began to feel disorientated, dizzy, and weak, far beyond what he would expect from consuming a single alcoholic beverage. Probably the liquid G. It became clear that something was wrong. He later realized someone had used substances on him. At this moment of realization, Diddy approached him, removed his pants, and began performing non consensual oral on him. Diddy then directed the personal trainer to perform oral on another celeb in the room, known as Celebrity A, who then spat in his mouth. We, the public, really are like cattle for these people, aren't we? The flotsam and jetsam of the human race. The detritus that these elites can use, SA, and dispose of at their will with seeming impunity that lasts decades. As we've seen with the Abercrombie case, he's 80 now. Diddy got away with it for decades. SAing and spitting on people. Wow. Spitting in his mouth. Woo! Due to the haze of the drug he had been clandestinely served, he could not resist Diddy's coercion and ordering. He felt trapped inside of his own body, unable to control it or understand what was happening around him. At this point, the effect of the substances escalated and he began to pass out. Can you imagine, after being SA'd and spat on, and you're in the clutches of these monsters and you're losing consciousness, what you must be thinking they are about to do to you while you are passed out? The thoughts, the helplessness. Absolutely sickening. This poor guy. But he didn't just go out, did he? He went in and out so he could see from time to time what was going on. Yes, I will continue to read the lawsuit. While going in and out of consciousness, individuals at the party forced him into SA with both men and women. His physical disposition made it impossible for him to reject their advances or otherwise control his own body. Oh my God. After going in and out, he did eventually lose consciousness completely and could not recall what they did to him after that. When he woke up, he found himself outside of his apartment, disorientated, without a shirt, without his phone, not even knowing how he got there. As a direct result of the traumatic events at the party, the plaintiff has suffered severe emotional and psychological trauma, financial harm, and a significant loss of livelihood. He's seeking comp for all physical injuries, emotional distress, psychological harm, anxiety, humiliation, physical and emotional pain and suffering, family and social disruption, and other harm of an amount to be determined at trial. The lawsuit provided a photograph of the container allegedly used by Diddy to insert the GHB into the drinks. And of course, Diddy is housed, denying the allegations, boldly claiming to go to trial. Utter BS, I think. I think he's absolutely crapping himself because his karma has come home to haunt him. Yeah. All right. So let's get to the Justin Bieber one next. We've still got Bieber on the screen, haven't we? Yes, we do. And this overlaps with Liam Payne as well. So Justin Bieber appeared to show strain alongside his wife Hailey, driving their Cybertruck in Beverly Hills on Monday, stepping out in anguish after Liam Payne's tragic death and the Diddy scandal. He opted for the passenger seat. Hailey was behind the wheel as they left an office building together in the sleek Tesla. This outing came after Bieber paid a somber tribute to Liam Payne following the shock death. Justice has been grappling with the arrest of Diddy. Yeah, he's really going through some things, isn't he, Justin? The outing came after the singer paid heartbreaking tribute to Liam 5 days after his death. Justin, who alongside the boy band dominated the charts in 2010, shared a summer video of floral tributes and messages laid in with the message, "Rest easy, Liam," followed by a broken heart emoji. And as we have covered, the star Liam plunged to his death from the third floor of the hotel. We showed a video on last night of Liam an hour before his death on the balcony, and you can see how low it is from the video. So a voiceover in the clip that just from Justin. Just remember, you're allowed to grieve as a fan. You're allowed to love someone you've never met. You are allowed to admire someone for their art. You're allowed to cry, to break, to feel like a part of you is gone. Liam and Justin had a chart rivalry, which became a fully fledged feud when a YouTube video showed Liam Payne appearing to make a dig at Bieber. But despite the initial feud, Liam previously revealed how he and Bieber connected and learnt they had much more in common than their boyish charm and good looks. In a segment on a podcast with Logan Paul filmed in 2022, which has resurfaced, Liam Payne revealed he had reached out to Bieber in an attempt to end the feud and alluded to some of the striking parallels between the pair in the early days of their careers. And as I've said many times as well, there's the parallels with Robbie Williams, perhaps the most famous person we've ever interviewed on this channel. If you check that interview out, it's in the back catalogue, and he describes what he went through. Corey Feldman is also one of the most famous people we've interviewed on this channel. I've just rewatched the Corey Feldman interview today. He's exposing Hollywood. He's exposing how young people are essayed, and we've had to make a number of edits to it. I know you guys voted to re-upload it. We've had to make a number of edits to it because it is a banned video to make it safe. And the Corey Feldman video will be getting published in the next couple of days. And I am going to contact Corey as well. I doubt he will come back on, but it's worth a try because I really got an insight into his mindset, speaking to him, and how he was feeling very isolated, like nobody had his back. I asked him about his friends having his back, and he said he didn't have any. It was really sad. Yeah. More than 70 million records worldwide. Bieber sold 150. Speaking on the Logan Paul podcast, Payne told his side of the story, recalling speaking on Instagram while drunk when somebody mentioned Bieber's name. I was like, well, the only thing between me and him is I haven't been arrested. Noting in the same breath that he didn't ever intend to offend Bieber, but it started a beef. He recalled how the feud, which began online, spilled over into real life because One Direction and Bieber shared some fans and the stars themselves would often bump into each other at award ceremonies. At one particular ceremony, when they were both there, Liam thought, I'll have a chat with him in order to settle the conflict. He noted, speaking about Bieber, that he had grown as a person. He recalled telling Bieber, I've always felt for you. Number one, I've done all the things that you've done and I've never been caught for any of them. Number two, I've always really felt for you, mate. And I think in our situation, we all suffer from the same disease. Yeah, so true. The human condition. He claimed he told the Canadian singer how while he was able to lean on his bandmates in times of strife, Bieber was a solo artist who may not have had the same support system. Yeah, and it's sad what's happened to Liam Payne. Yeah. Payne claims Bieber's response was, bro, that's given me the chills. From there, they became friends. And as reported, Justin posted to Instagram for the first time, and he's given, he said that he's given a tribute to what's happened with Liam Payne, and may Liam Payne R.I.P. All right, so we've got several more stories that I'm going to cover. Diddy and Payne. Let me just have a quick swig. We'll get that one. We'll get Bieber and Diddy off the screen. And we'll move on to the next one. We have got, let's see. Diddy's children have shared a joint statement supporting him and blasting conspiracy theories. This one just came out a couple of hours ago. 6 of the 7 children have shared a joint statement supporting him this morning. Quote, the past month has devastated our family. Many have judged both him and us based on accusations, conspiracy theories, and false narratives that have spiraled into absurdity on social media. We stand united, supporting you every step of the way. We hold on to the truth, knowing it will prevail and nothing will break the strength of our family. We miss you and love you, Dad. So the kids, we've got the adopted 33-year-old son, Quincy Taylor Brown, biological father, Al B. Sure, during his on-off 13-year relationship with Kim Porter, passed away age 47 from lobar pneumonia. And if you've read Kim's last words, whether it's true or not, what it says in that book, it alleges that he was knocked off by Diddy with the pneumonia. And then she herself wasn't knocked off. She was saying he was going to knock her off. She didn't say the pneumonia about herself. She hadn't predicted that, but she was getting sick at the end of the book. But she said that he knocked off her boyfriend with pneumonia. Allegedly. So Diddy fathered son King, 26, and twin daughters Jessie and Delilah, 17, with Porter. There was 3 more kids, Justin, Chance, and Love, with Misa Hylton, and baby mama 3, Sarah Chapman, and baby mama 4, Dana Tran. So the family statement is coming, on the heels of Busby putting out more info, more lawsuit information from the 120. Yeah. All right, so that's another Diddy story covered. We've got Hailey Bieber pushing Justin to perform with Don Toliver and fueled fears for his health. He's getting pushed back onto the stage by his wife, Hailey, who is desperate for the world to see that he's okay in the wake of the speculation surrounding his relationship with Diddy. He joined Don on stage for a surprise appearance at the rapper's LA concert on Saturday night. He also made an impromptu appearance for Private Landing, Don's 2023 track that he featured on, but did not sing despite holding a mic in his hand for the entire time. Insiders are claiming that those close to the singer were left confused by the decision to put him on stage and feel it did little to dispel the growing concerns around him. It doesn't. It just makes things even more suspicious. It wasn't Justin's idea to take the stage, a source told the Mail, Haley has been pushing him to get out there and show he is okay. But this didn't show that at all. I mean, she's trying her best, but it's backfiring. What people say about Justin is more important to Haley than it is to Justin. Those who've worked with Justin think that this did more harm than good. He went on stage looking disheveled and unkempt and didn't sing a single note. He didn't even try to sing, which left everyone more confused as to what his purpose was in being there at all. People questioned Haley's decision to attend. All right, so to top it off, Haley brought Laurie Harvey with her. No one understands the reason for any of this. If she wanted to show Justin was fine, go out to dinner. Second source said Haley keeps telling Justin that he should do more and be the performer that she knows he can be. She loves him in that element. She wants to break his shell a little more and would love to see him get back to his career a little more once next year starts. So there we have it. The PR campaign to tell the world that Justin Bieber is normal. He is handling the Diddy allegations fine. We all know he's not. So the first Liam Payne story is that he could have been hearing voices from the substances before his death. This is from an ex-NBA star. There was traces of the white, the benzo, the crack, the pink white, a combination of meth, ket, and molly. But tests are continuing on the substances found at his suite. Odom, former Clippers, Heat, Lakers, and Maverick star, said he's done every drug in the singer's system. He was previously married to Khloe Kardashian. He told TMZ that the substances could have prompted Payne to hallucinate and hear voices in his head before he fell from his room in Buenos Aires. He considers the white stuff that you smoke, sizzle, sizzle, that Wildman was doing to be the worst of all, revealing that he would hear voices during the days he took those substances. He has come through his problems and now runs a wellness treatment network to help people recover like a champion. Liam Payne was said to be clean from substances and winning the battle against his demons before being dragged back into despair by dealers who preyed on him in Buenos Aires. Yeah, you can't blame the dealers. You go in and out of cravings, and unless you've addressed the root causes, you're not going to get to the bottom of it. So Cheryl Cole has weighed in today. Tragic, Liam Payne never stopped loving Cheryl, and Simon Cowell's brother says the singer's death will be so difficult for his ex-partner, and he can't imagine her pain. Liam Payne never stopped loving Cheryl Cole, according to Simon Cowell's brother, Tony Cowell, who's 74. He's saying it's going to be so difficult for Cheryl. He can't imagine her pain. Their 2-year relationship ended a year after their son, Burr, was born. And the pop star previously told a podcast in 2022 that she was an amazing mum, with Cheryl also saying, when announcing that they split, that they still have so much love for each other as a family. So Tony also revealed how Payne had gone to the Cotswolds a few months before his death to see his brother Simon. He said Liam was determined to gain Simon Cowell's approval. He desperately wanted to please him. We are devastated. I feel for Simon too. He met with Liam a month ago. I also feel for Cheryl, as I know Liam never stopped loving her and Burr. It's going to be so difficult for her. I can't imagine her pain. Louise Walsh is also devastated too. He told me Liam had his star quality about him. I miss him too. Our family has known Liam for so many years. I will always remember how he always made the effort to speak to our late mom, Julie, when she was in Simon Cowell's dressing room. Yes, the fame took its toll on his mental health, but he remained kind and considerate and an incredible friend to so many and a wonderful father to his son Burr, so generous and private. And then Tony last week posted a moving tribute to Liam on his X account with a throwback photo of him standing alongside One Direction. Right, we've already gone over the stuff that he wrote in that post. So I'm going to move on to the next story, which is tragic Liam Payne and his girlfriend Kate adopted a dog called Nala from an animal rescue shelter in Miami a month before falling to his death. Kate was pictured walking Nala while carrying 2 packets of dog food in Florida early this week. The first time she's been seen since Liam's death. It was a dog that Liam doted on and one day hoped might form part of a nice and loving family. Speaking of his furry friend, he added, "I really love her. She is so cute." Sad. Very sad. She's a tiny new member of our family for a while. We're going to foster her for a while and get her really nice for a loving family, I think. But we might be the nice family. And Kate added, "We did a meet and greet with 3 different dogs, and this one fit us best. She's so sweet. She's only 4 months. She was abandoned by her previous owners and dumped at the shelter. We wanted to give her a second chance and a better life." Yeah, really sad. All right, the next Payne story. Liam Payne was preyed on by dealers. He had been clean for weeks and was winning his battle against his demons before he was given substances. So he had been taken on by a new psychiatrist in Miami where he hoped to start a new life with his girlfriend, Kate. But his recovery was shattered by these predatory dealers delivering substances to his room. He had been to rehab more than once. He had been treated in the UK and California. He was really working hard at it. He had recently been taken on by a new psychiatrist in Florida, and everyone around hoped that he was on the path to recovery. But he went to Argentina to renew his US visa where he had to undergo medical examination because of his history with substances and alcohol. The results were good. He was 100% sober. But when he checked in at the hotel, at some point, someone there started giving him substances. They preyed on him. These people only care about money. They didn't care about his health. That's true. But you've got to look at your own role in whatever happens to you. And just as they were on this fateful path to him, he was on this fateful path to them. And it's his own cycle of going in and out of the control of the demons kicked in, and the demons got the upper hand. And yeah, these guys sure were enablers, but ultimately we all have to take responsibility for our choices. And there's certainly, when people take substances and commit crimes and try and say they were under the influence and it wasn't really them, they were acting out, that's no excuse. If you do something heinous, that's absolutely no excuse. Just like we see a lot of these celebs just copping out, playing the mental health card, like Schofield here in the UK. And who was the other one that recently was on the BBC presenter as well? He played that as well. All right, I'm just going to look and see if there's any more stories come out while I've been on the air. Let me just check. And it looks like we're going to come back with some kind of scoop that Tommy Schofield has later on today. But for now, yeah, that's all the news that's come out, folks. We've covered everything. So for now, I'm going to depart, check in with Tommy and Ron and Shane, find out what the hell's going on with the scoop. Apparently, we've got something recorded. I'm going to listen to it. And hopefully get back to all y'all this evening. Thank you for tuning in. We will speak to you later. Adios.